So this time we're gonna change the steering shaft. Now this is one of those videos that everybody's been asking for. Pretty much what's gonna happen here, that I'm gonna take off this bolt here, that bolt there, grind a little space for the bolt to go through across the top of the column shaft and put in the new one. The new one's this one. It's a Jeep steering shaft. And the funny thing about this is that it actually has a part number, and you can order it off of this part number, which is 078556. And that's how we ordered this one. I had purchased one off of the forums. I got it for, I think it was like $55 or $65, and I also ordered one of these, and we ended up putting it in Damien's car. We went online and looked and found this one. So if you're looking to do this upgrade, that's a part number you need, and you can actually get that from the dealership. So before I do this, I want to show you guys how much play there is here. So all the way to one end, all the way to the other side, and there's still no tire movement. So close to a quarter turn before the tire even moves. You can actually hear it clicking. That means that rag joint's just shot. So don't be fooled, I already got it off of the ends, and yeah, this thing is stuck down there. So the easy part is taking longer than the hard part. Victory! Wait, there you go, now we're saying victory. Gross. So the next step here is to install the bearing kit. Next thing I'm going to do is remove the old one and lay them side by side so I can show you the differences and how it goes on. So this says it fits anything from 69 to 95 GM, including Corvette, but doesn't say anything other than how it's supposed to go in. But it's pretty straightforward. And here's the parts that you have in the kit. Here's the old one. Here's the new one. And sometimes this bearing doesn't come pressed in there, but this time it did. Now, I just finished putting the bearing in, and something I wanted to point out, it only goes in one way, but it has this little slots, like 2 little slots and 1 big one. And as you can see, the big slot in mine is towards the side. But another way that you can tell which one's the top is that this slot here, this hole on the top, has a slot for this tip right here. So that way you know which way is up. So before I go put this in, and I marked where I'm gonna have the hole go through, to make it easier on yourself, you can spread these open with a flathead screwdriver. And that way they just slide in. Just make sure that you don't do it too much to the point that you can't run the bolt, because then you'll have to come in and somehow clamp it and then put the bolt in. So anyways, before I can finally put this thing in here, I have to make the space for the bolt to latch onto, so it holds it on even if the bolt does back out or the coupler comes loose. And what I figured out is that there's an edge here, and the easiest way to do this is going to be to use a file and just turn the wheel sideways so I can come straight up and down and do this. It's kind of hard to see there, but I turned the steering wheel around, and now you can see here the little divot that I made for the bolt to go through, and now you'll see what I mean or why I did that. Just saying. You pretty much just saw that side slip in. Time to put the bolt in and call it good. So anyways, I couldn't get the right flanged head bolt for this, and just as a little bit of insurance, I got a little bit of Loctite on those last 3 threads, and I'll just put it in. So steering shaft is in, all the way in. Bolts are tightened down, and here's the steering shaft play now, which I wish I could film both tire and steering wheel, but it is immediate. I don't know if you can see that, but the wheel now moves. I mean, you have like that much dead, which is probably on the steering box. This is not like before where I could go quarter turn without the tires moving. Now you can actually hear it as I turn it, the tire squealing. So yeah, I think this is a really awesome upgrade. I gave you guys the part number, so you can probably look them up and install them yourselves. Just remember what I told you. Make it easy for yourself. Spread them open at the ends. Use a file to clear the space for the bolt, and I mean, it doesn't get any more bolt on than that. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and don't forget to share this with anybody that may find it useful.